I am brave, I am bruised, I am who I'm meant to be. This is me. When I heard these lyrics, I felt an immediate connection to them. Hi, my name is Megan, and this is my story of hope and healing in recovery with mental illness. My symptoms of depression and anxiety began when I was 6 years old. My parents went through a very bitter divorce, and my mother began emotionally abusing me then. I really thought that no one cared about me, and I was suffering from so much overwhelming guilt that I tried to end my life at the age of 14. I was diagnosed with major depression at that time. Depression felt like I was being swallowed down a deep, dark hole with no way out. I had many rough years when I was constantly suicidal, trying to kill myself, and self-injuring. I was also full of anger, impulsiveness, and extreme emotions. At the age of 24, I had to live in a group home for 2 years. While there, I was correctly diagnosed with bipolar disorder, severe anxiety, and borderline personality disorder. However, I am an overcomer. On June 23, 2006, God healed a part of me and started me on the path to the first part of my recovery. I had tried to end my life very severely, and I was sitting on a psychiatric unit praying that I would have a reason to live. As far as I was concerned, when I left the hospital, I was going to keep trying to kill myself until I succeeded. As I was praying, God spoke to me and said, "You're worth it to me, and I love you." For the first time in my life, at that moment, I had hope that I would get better. God made it possible for me to stop self-injuring that day, and after I returned to the group home, I was able to leave after about 6 months. About a year after leaving the group home, I met my wife. I had gone to a conservative church for 7 years before meeting her, and they had essentially told me to pray away the gay. Because of that, I felt as though the state of my very soul was in question. I couldn't eat or sleep, and I had a ton of gut-wrenching anxiety. However, my wife has loved and accepted me unconditionally since day one, and she loved me through all of that. Over the last 11 years, her love and our life with our dogs has been the second part of my recovery. I am also currently taking medications, seeing a therapist, and using my coping skills to help me through every day. One of those major coping skills, and what started the third part of my recovery, is helping others and giving them hope that they can live well with their mental illness. In 2013, I became an In Our Own Voice presenter with NAMI Baltimore. For these presentations, I get to help others by sharing my story of how I live well with my illnesses. Another one of my passions and favorite ways to help others is by doing my project called Jogging for Journals, which I started in 2016. For this project, I use my biggest coping skill of running, and I run races and ask people to donate money to me. With that money, I buy journals for patients with mental illness who are in the hospital on a psychiatric unit. I also write an encouraging note on the inside of each journal, just to let the patients know that they are loved, they are not alone, and they are brave. I have also had other people write encouraging notes to the patients, and they love them. From the notes, they know that other people who don't even know them really care about them. And the best part about doing this is that the patients absolutely love the journals. They take them to groups and write down coping skills and their treatment plan. And they have an automatic coping skill when they return home. I am no longer ashamed of my illnesses or myself. I am a 6-time suicide attempt survivor, and I am proudly 12 years self-injury free. I am also living proof that people with mental illness can live great lives. I never thought that I would be able to, but now I have hope and can give that to others. My name is Megan, this is me, and this is my brave.